on, man? I'm just gonna be in for a little bit longer. I mean, it's quite early here. Nah, it's just still a little late. Cheers, though. What's going on, everybody? Hmm. I'll probably read a little bit more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the deal. Shit, let's go ahead. I think. Oh, you know what? I was looking for the wrong thing in the Andy Kaufman book in the back. I forgot. That was another book that I recently sold that had that annotation. Let me see if this one has a different one that I was crossing in my mind here because I did fuck that up. But let me check it out. Let me check it out. What do you got? What do you call that? Glossary or index? Yeah, come on, man. You know what it's called. Hmm. Not yet, not yet. Yeah. See if it sparks a memory. Like I said, I think I was looking for the wrong thing. See if I can get there. Hmm. What's up? This is the first, and it makes reference to the film People versus Larry Flint. Huh. I didn't know it was made that late. So it was made after that film. I guess you can learn a lot just by looking at the index. I found it. All right. I found it. That was my confusion last time. There was another book that had a reference to De Niro in it that I had read and just recently sold in the index. This one has Pacino. That's what I was looking for. So it does say Pacino Al. It also says Rubens Paul. That's pretty interesting too. But the Pacino part, that's the thing. All right. So 32, eh? It's very interesting that that would be a thing, especially under the context. That's why it stuck in my head, but I was thinking of the wrong guy from Heat, I suppose. Yep, this is what it's about. It's about Mr. X. Okay, this is what it's about. It's about Mr. X. All right, and remember what I said in the index. It references Al Pacino. What's up, Chunk? What's up, Chunk? You'll be all right. So in the index, this references Al Pacino. This is what I was looking for before, and I was confused because I just sold a book with another man from Heat, and so I was looking for the wrong thing. All right, so it's about Mr. X. His gravel voice assaulted me with the speed and force of lead from an Uzi. I detected Brooklyn, but also some New England during his verbal onslaught. He was probably in his early 50s, but his egregious personal habits had added hard years to him. But also, oh, it's so not perfect to start that sentence with but. What's going on here, man? This is a run on here, like you're getting excited. And that's cool, getting excited at the typewriter, right? Uh, but also at this range, I could see through the tarnish to the glint of brilliance in his eyes. He studied his expensive timepiece as I shut up, knowing that a word uttered here would end my chances with this madman. He's speaking of Mr. X. So here we go. After 5 minutes, Mr. X looked up at me. What nationality are you? I decided a smartass answer like American wouldn't fly. But I figured the real answer would somehow lose me the gig as well. I gritted my teeth and told the truth. Polish. You're Polish? You're hired. I've always felt the reason the Nazis wanted to destroy the Poles. Well, maybe I shouldn't read the rest of that sentence. Huh. I should have known what I was in for with that one sentence, but I didn't flee with the one sentence meaning, oh, you're Polish, you're hired. You're hired. $2,000 a week. Off the books, cold cash. You're paid at the end of each week. How much? 2,000. Well, uh-oh, must have been dust in the old book, eh? Sorry about that. Where was that? $2,000 a week. You're hired. $2,000 a week. Off the books, cold cash. You're paid at the end of each week. You'll assist me. And in the process, I'll teach you how to write great screenplays. Bam. Now, that's what I'm saying. I know what that means. Who reads the index? There's no mention of Al Pacino in here, but I read indexes sometimes if the subject matter is important enough. So I saw Al Pacino. Now, screenplay writer, huh? This is a real life guy, Mr. X. Think of why it says Al Pacino there. It's a reference to, wait for it, the character in Scent of a Woman. Because the character in Scent of a Woman, it turns out, is based on a major Hollywood screenwriter. Oh, I don't think he's blind. In fact, I'm pretty sure he isn't blind, but he did say his eyes were, Zamuto was saying that the eyes were glossed, destroyed, but he could still see the brilliance in them. Now, more interestingly than that, that night shift movie that Peter Weller, that's RoboCop, correct? And Balthazar Getty are in. Balthazar Getty plays the overnight night shift gas station worker, and he hooks up with Wild Wild screenwriter man. Wonder what? Guess what? This Mr. X he's talking about is a major screenwriter, and he's writing about himself in these films. All right, so let's see if that bears out in any reality, just in the short offering that I can give you here for review purposes, as though, I mean, because this needs to be reviewed. I haven't looked at it right. Our first stop after leaving the improv was a low budget walk up apartment. Mr. X and I went to the door and knocked. A peephole allowed the inhabitant to identify his visitors, and a second later, we heard furniture being pushed against the door. Anyway, I believe that that's what the reference was all about. Um, we could get to a wild story here. Mm. Yep. Okay. Here's Mr. X. Mm. We'll just jump on in the middle of this. Okay. Imagine this would have to be, wait for it. Hey, daughter, go. Hey, wait for it. This would have to be at the airport by context. Go, man. Go, go, go. I want 2 first-class tickets to Minneapolis, he demanded. Why Minneapolis? Why not? Sir, said the woman behind the counter, you'll have to wait your turn. Please get in line. X tried for a moment to bully her, but it didn't work. He finally gave up and went back to wait with the multitude. Um, Nervous that Mr. X had acquiesced too easily, I felt like a meteorologist who sees a tornado on his screen and just waits for someone to report it. I knew something bad was about to happen. I didn't have to wait long. I gotta take a shit, was X's simple declaration. There you go. What's up, TAP? No, I wouldn't do that. No, I couldn't do that. But happy birthday anyway. Why you being like that, man? Anyways, I gotta take a shit was X's simple declaration. Assuming that he said so. What? Assuming that he said that so I would hold our place, I turned I turned after a moment to see that he had merely stepped out of line a few feet and dropped his pants and squatted. I had seen pretty much everything in the previous 3 weeks, but this caused my mouth to fall open. What's going on, man? That's an interesting conglomeration of words. What's going on? Cheers to Montana. What's it like in the mountains? Free? Is it chiller than it is here? So yeah, Mr. X is actually supposed to be standing in line, but he's standing a few feet away from it with his pants removed at this point. And this is not fiction. It's not purported to be fiction. And I believe the references there make sense to the Scent of a Woman character, to said screenwriter. I would have no idea what his name is. I'm sure he's very protective of that information. But his story is out. You've seen it in other films. That's why that reference is there. Who reads the index? I just happened to a couple of times. Lots of smoke, kid? Is it too much? I mean, sometimes you got to slow down, right? But hey, anything can be like that, man. I remember talking to a good friend of mine because, let's see, we'd been friends for a good 20 plus years at that point. he hadn't been into coffee, so we started getting into coffee with him and, getting him that stuff. Cause like he had even like equated it to Pulp Fiction. It's like, "Oh, you got that serious gourmet shit." And I'm like, "You don't have to fucking tell me how good my fucking coffee is." But anyways, we kind of started a path of getting him into it. He wanted to get into it, so we got into it. And I got to a point and he got to a point where I told him, "Look, I would have been drinking maintenance coffee at this point. But now that we're introducing you to this world, I'm coffee toxic. It's in my blood. I can feel it. I have got to stop for a couple days or whatever." So yeah. Reading in fall is tough. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I love fall. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what's that's like. I mean, because now you're exposed in a way that we're not in a more of a valley situation. So if you lose leaves the way we lose leaves, you know what I mean? It's a lot tougher that closer to the source of energy, eh? You've been traveling America for 20 years. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Don't hesitate to click the like. I know the numbers have been messed up the past 2 days. I've totally seen that. You know. So remember, there's nobody at the wheel. This is just software. And how quickly can they count and how quickly do they discount? So don't worry about those numbers. Just click like. That'll show that you're actually in the room. You know what I mean? Because those numbers, they've totally been whacked for the weekend, at least weekend. Plus. Cheers. Big up the chunk. Boom, boom, boom. It was a rough 21st century for all of us, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Yeah. So things have been more restrictive recently, eh? You've been traveling for that long. You've certainly noticed. I mean, look, man, I've been on the food is different, yeah, because they get cheaper everything, yo. And also, like, yeah, look, well, let's not even talk about it because they've got basically what I would call industrial waste, and they've packaged it in such a way to deliver it directly to food banks. So it'll be like soybean and carrot, like not fit veg, not fit veg. YouTube, I got a warning. Cursing? Yeah, that's fake. I got you. I got you. That's fake. I mean, I've gotten actual YouTube things, but that's pretty cool that you did that. And I like how like even the button is not centered, as if they wouldn't make sure that their artiste would center that properly. But I have gotten warnings, and so I got you. Where do they do that? Oh, up in the mountains or just through the whole US? Interesting. You're welcome, Tubi. You're welcome. And yeah, I always thought that was pretty funny. If you really think about it, all those years that YouTube like didn't have their own channel really to go watch their content. So if there was some sort of a award show, it'd be hosted somewhere. You know what I mean? So what's up, Keith? How you doing? So yeah, I always thought that was kind of funny because I was like, man, they don't even because that's and then I was like, that's actually down to the penny. They wouldn't spend the money to have a real good production show, on their channel, like YouTube at YouTube. You know what I mean? To have like great, wonderful productions. Now they leave it to the creators that have made them so much coin already. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know how you get that, Tubi. You know what I mean? I guess you call like Tesla or something. I don't know how that shit works. I don't really care actually. Um, my like badge of authenticity is that my channel just turned 18, so I've been at least watching since that 18 spot, and also that would be 2005. Yeah, I had to start earlier than July, to be honest, a little bit earlier, so I maybe just didn't make my own account to sign in, you know but that's what it was 18 years back. And they're really bad with their clock as well, not just the running numbers. What's so chilling, Keith? What's so chilling? Or that's just how you're doing. Maybe I lost context and I apologize for it. Cheers, cheers. Oh, shit. I didn't bring my water over here. I'm thirsty. Because I was reading them. Like I said, there was a bit of dust from that. It choked me right up. But that's what I was looking for as far as a reference. And a damned interesting one. A damned interesting one. What's up? What's up, J. Raw? How you doing? Everybody check out her new song, sub up her channel, and you'll see it. Yup, I'm sure there's more to come. She just got that all set up. She's got her distribution set up. So watch out Amazon, watch out iTunes, Apple Music, Google, whatever, all the regulars. All right, man. Cheers to you, Jess. What an accomplishment. Great. The song is wonderful. Thank you. And share and share. Good one, Tubi, though. I like that. Because I've gotten real YouTube warnings, but it's usually when another country has micro rights on some music that they want to hold so bad. The US will be like, nah, it's a dime a dozen. Give them credit. Maybe mechanical royalties in the future if you make coin, but no big deal. All right, cheers. Yeah, that was probably enough. So let me go ahead and just seal the deal a little. Because it's nighttime here. I mean, anytime you see me in my spot over here, of course it's on the way to bed, isn't it? So cheers. I always put this down. That's like when you light a beer sometime, you're like, oh, wait a minute. You don't actually light it. You just got out of sequence. I watch people who stream and when they look at the phone, sometimes they'll get out of sequence or something over there. You know what I mean? And they actually do lose some time. And it's palatable because it's so live, right? Just like looking straight in the window, Tom or Thomas. Stop peeping. No, I'm just kidding. Keep leering. That's the whole point. Mm. I'll shut the window if I feel to. I'll shut the window. I'll turn off the mic. It's all right. It's all doable. It's all doable. Don't worry. Hey, Jess, what be going on? YouTube.com/@ Jessica Ralston, spelled out as it is there, 211. Easy enough. She could drop her link too, because she is blue. And anybody who's not, don't feel uncomfortable. I certainly don't want too many mods in here because it makes new people feel uncomfortable. Thanks for showing up, tube. Please click that like as many times as the company allows. Oh, okay. So way back to travel restriction and all of that and how it's probably changed. You know, a little outdoor Escobar. Patron. What's up with you, Patron? So yeah, outdoor. It's legal here in Virginia, over 21. Boom. And then a rollie, just tobacco, yeah. Tobacco in a raw. Why not? Smoking banana. What you smoking? A little snow? I'm glad to see you're still around, Patron. They definitely hid you well. They definitely hid you well. Cheers. All right, well, I did read as promised, and I figured out what was going on with that index reference. Read the index every once in a while if you're really interested, and you might find something like that too. Of course, it's in like the first 10 minutes or whatever, endlessly rewatchable. It's too bad Angel didn't show up. What's up? But everybody, say goodbye to each other. See you soon. Respect.